So these investors, oh man, wow, hold please. Jesus, Pier just take over. Oh my God, tornado coming in. I think people want to invest in DOUGHP because we're doing cookie dough different, you know? Cookie dough is a commodity and it's not really about what we sell, but it's why we sell it. Our DOUGHP for Hope initiative and the work we do to reduce stigmas on mental health and addiction give you a little bit more weight than just an average dessert company. For DOUGHP for Hope, we've got a cookie dough flavor in both stores that we donate 100% of proceeds to a nonprofit working on these issues that we care about. I decided to go with crowdfunding when I was raising money in 2018 to try and prove this product and prove this concept that there were a lot of people out there that believed in what I was doing. Going with just one investor and getting the funding isn't always the biggest show of support, depending on who you work with. So it was kind of fun to say, let's put it in the customer's hands and see if all this excitement really has some money behind it. I think it's really important in an entrepreneur's fundraising journey to find aligned investors, especially if you're a mission-driven company. If you've got some social impact, taking money from somebody who doesn't really care about that won't get you very far. So it was important that was at the forefront of my crowdfunding campaigns to be clear about what we are all about and what we do. And in any other alternative fundraising that I've done, really making sure that those investors are on board. They'll support you in the long run. I think when someone's deciding between venture capital money or doing a crowdfunding raise, it's really about what part of your business you're at, what stage are you at, because I think for me, when I did the crowdfunding campaign, I didn't quite have enough to show to tell a VC that I was ready for $5 million and some extensive growth, nor did I really have the plan to use that much money. So we're in those early seed stages. It's really, I think, beneficial to prove your market, do the crowd marketing effort that it is, and get all these people excited about your brand before trying to jump into the big ship that is venture capital. When I started my crowdfunding campaign on Wefunder, I definitely had a specific use in mind for the funds. I wanted to open up this store in Las Vegas, and similar to my ask when I went on Shark Tank, was asking for funding to help this Vegas store come to life. So it's important to have a goal and not just say, hey, I kind of want to start this business, let's see where it goes, but feel like you've got some focused use for the funds. So, you know, we've got all these investors that came from our Wefunder campaign, and while I say investors, they don't have a true stake of the company, but it's more of this emotional connection of them feeling invested and wanting to go out and talk about your business. So that real crowd marketing funnel that you've created to get these brand ambassadors out there talking about this new awesome cookie dough company and what we're out to do is really where the value is. Yeah, I think I was most surprised by Wefunder and the percent that were new people coming in to support my campaign. I probably knew less than 30% of the people that invested in my campaign. It was a lot of new folks that found me from the Wefunder community, which I think is really awesome. We've got people actively looking for the new next best thing on a platform like Wefunder, and I was happy to be found in that pool. So when thinking about launching the campaign, I was a little anxious that it was going to be a ton of work and I was going to have to slave day after day, you know, trying to get funding to come in. And in the beginning stages, it's really all on you to get a bit of a proving ground and say this is going to be successful. I think we got to like 20,000 or something before we pushed it live to the public. So lots of emailing and calling and all of that direct connection and hoping that they would also tell somebody. But once it was out to the public, you know, we did a bit of social media push just on our own, no paid ads, but pushing some organic content, letting people know who had followed us for a couple of years that, hey, we're looking for money to take the next step. Are you on board? And a couple of emails, and that was that. And then it sort of started to spiral on its own. So I didn't have a huge lift to make it happen, and it sort of started to create itself. Get a powerful enough message and people want to fall behind it. I think to any entrepreneurs that are considering crowdfunding, it's just get in and go. Just go and test it out. There is, I think, very little downside to at least beginning to set up a campaign, and once you start going in it, I think you'll be convinced you should set it off. The work to set it up is really just telling your story. Just focus on what makes you different, and it's got to be so much more than the product you're selling. Consider why you're selling it and how you can message that.